Rev up your engines!
Combo says, should I buy a used car with a salvage title? What is a salvage title? Thanks from why. Not a good idea ever to buy a car with a salvage title. A salvage title means this: an insurance company totaled that vehicle. It was either wrecked, flooded, stolen, smashed up, something bad happened to it. Then somebody buys that car from the insurance company really cheap. So you're getting a car that was totaled by an insurance company, and insurance companies total them for very good reasons. They don't just la-di-da, we'll total this one, we won't total that one. No, when they're really messed up, they total them. So it's never a good idea to buy those. The only way that it's good is if you know the truth. Like if you see one and it's got dings all over the roof and the hood from hail damage, then an insurance company will total it. If it was only hail damage, the car could run perfectly fine. You just be driving around with a car that's got a million dimples in it. Grant says, a brand new Lexus IS 300H, is it a good car to buy? They're well-made cars, but like I always say, I am not a fan of hybrid cars. Their technology is so high, and when they do break down, it costs so much. I've had customers buy Lexus hybrids and love the car until they got to be 8, 9 years old. And when stuff started to break, oh man, those parts were expensive on those cars. Even something dumb like the switch for the electric windows, the main one, were like $400-something. Stupid little switch assembly. They are expensive as they age. I personally, if I was getting a Lexus, I'd get a non-hybrid. It's your money, you can do whatever you want with it, but just realize as it ages, you're going to have much higher repair bills with a hybrid than you are with a non-hybrid. Nicholas Provo says, both my front brake hoses blew after I hit a pothole. How can this happen? Well, you must have a pretty old car, because the brake hoses are made under a burst pressure that's supposed to be about 10 times what you're normally going to step on it. You must have an old vehicle. I'm assuming you hit a pothole, and if it was a really deep pothole, it's going to make your tires go really down and then up and cram them in. That's going to stretch the hoses. And being old and having them stretched, that's probably what popped them. Realize your hoses are to let the suspension go up and down and your wheels to turn. And of course, the most they're ever going to do is you hit a big pothole, they're going to go down, and then when you come up, they're going to go up. And that could be enough to actually rip them and make them tear when they're old. Maxon Kelly says, hey Scotty, what do you think about learning to drive a manual transmission? It's a good idea, you know. I mean, I learned on an automatic Chevy, and then I bought an Opel when I was a kid. I already had my license. It took me 5 minutes to learn how to drive a standard transmission because I already knew how to drive. In my father's generation, where they learned how to drive on a standard transmission, whoo-wee, man, that would have been hard to do, because getting the clutch and the pedal and the brake and everything all set up, and you're learning how to drive, that's a hard deal. But once you already have a license and you know how to drive, the best thing is they all have hydraulic clutches, and the shift is usually on the floor, very smooth. They're very easy to learn how to drive. You can do it in an empty parking lot on a weekend somewhere. That's the best way to do it. That's how I taught my kids. The acerbic atheist says, how do I get smell from spilled bong water out of seats? Aha, good luck on that one. I've found that the best thing to do, that Resolve cleaner that comes in a spray can, a red spray can, that stuff's pretty good. It's got, I guess, the same thing as a dumb oxy cleaner they used to advertise on TV. And it's pretty good at getting stains and smells out. And what you can also do is, there are guys you can pay that will ultrasonically clean your seats, and then they have really good cleaners that can not only suck that all out, they can do it 3 or 4 times. They can have special ionic cleaners that they'll stick in the whole car and leave it there all night, full blast, to try to get all the stench out of the car. And sometimes that worked quite well. I've had people that, you know, threw up in cars and stuff, party people, and if they left it overnight with the guys and they left their machines hooked up, the next day the smells were gone. Y2KXZ says, do you miss the snow, Scotty? Well, I was born in Niagara Falls, and I miss it theoretically. It looks nice, but I don't miss working in it. I don't miss shoveling the snow, because I was young. Nobody had a snowblower, and my family was too cheap anyways. Even years later, we were out there with a shovel, shoveling it by hand. I don't miss driving it where people are sliding and smashing into each other. When I want to see snow, I do stuff like get in a jet airplane and go to Lake Tahoe. Last year, I went to Vancouver and went to Whistler. I mean, it was beautiful there, but I don't want to live in it anymore.
So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, Remember to ring that bell.